Welcome back. We're here with Kurt Larson from Larson and Miller Injury Law. It's great to see you this morning.
Great to be here. Thank
Yes.
you.
We haven't seen you for a while. We had a meeting like in the spring.
Yes, we did. It was. I miss you guys.
I know you
badly.
did. I know.
Yeah, we miss you too. You've got an
I felt
event. You've got an event coming up. We want to talk about Safe and Sober. Tell us what that is.
That's right. Safe and Sober has been around for 18 years in this community and now statewide and in 30 other states. So it's the evolution of an effort to keep kids away from substances that will hurt them and alcohol, drugs, tobacco products. Started right here in Springfield, Missouri with our 5 public high schools and grew to, I think, 506 was our biggest year pre-pandemic. So we're delivering a message to our kids that we love them, we want them healthy when they get out of high school.
That
Wow.
is so true.
So we're very excited. I think we can talk about it. Kelly and I will be there doing our show entirely live from Safe and Sober this year on October 18th.
That's right.
What can people expect, and can people still come?
Yes, absolutely. White River Conference Center, October 18. You got to get up early, but Mom always told us to eat breakfast. So we'll feed you breakfast. 7 o'clock, you show up, coffee, networking, and then 7:30 our program begins with our co-hosts, which will be really exciting. I'm told with you two co-hosting,
That's what
it's
they say
going to be
about
like
us,
nothing.
Jeremy.
I've not heard that, but
I've
now we have a
never
lot to live
had-
up
we
to.
do. We really do. This is such an important topic. It is. We were hearing on the news today something when we want to get to the kids before they get to college. There's a lot of pressures in college, and alcohol in large amounts can be extremely dangerous, if not fatal.
That's right. Binge drinking is a huge problem at the college level. And, even at age 13 is when the average age of drinking begins. So it's pretty scary. We need to be having these conversations early and a lot. And that's the goal of Safe and Sober, is when they get to the college level, they've heard that message and they understand the danger. So.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
And you were telling us we had this amazing meeting to plan for the show, and the statistics are just crazy when you think about how many kids. I have to say, I'm thankful I was not influenced in high school or college. I never really felt that pressure. But, it is a lot of pressure, and if we can get kids, on the right track. Will any, youth be there at Safe and Sober? Will we see any young people?
Oh, yes. We always want to remind the audience why we're here. So we'll hear from a choir from our public schools, which will kind of kick it off, which usually pulls my heartstrings, and I'm sure it will everyone else's. And then you're going to have a speaker who has been through the Safe and Sober program through the years. She's now at College of the Ozarks, Bailey Lynn, and I'm sure she's going to rock the room with her story of the difference that made in her life.
Oh, man, that is so great to hear a great story like that, something that could have gone way wrong that went
That's right. Exactly.
And that's so important. I mean, I just think that they have to hear the message enough that they are able to withstand the pressure when it comes.
Yeah, that's right. And the pressures are different than, not to make us old, but, alcohol and drugs like marijuana were the issue of our day. And now, it's one experimentation with opiates or fentanyl, and, you're done. You're addicted, and you can't turn back. So, the risk is so much greater for our kids.
And not to mention, just don't take any kind of drugs from anybody. You don't know what it is. We have a big problem in our country right now with extra fentanyl. Just the tiniest little grain can kill you.
Yep, and their brains are different. That's the big thing I think a lot of people don't realize is their brains are still developing until age 25. So they're more susceptible to the problems that come when you experiment with alcohol or drugs.
And the problem, I think, with youth is we've all experienced it. When you're young, you think you're immortal.
Yeah.
You never think about getting old. You never think about dying. You never think about that because you're young. You're like, I'm going to go have fun.
Yep.
So it's kind of put that in perspective. Like, guys, we got to keep you alive. That's the goal.
That's exactly right. They don't think past the next weekend. Really. I'm not sure I do either. But
you're so young at heart, though.
What's wrong
That's
with
the thing.
me? I always thought ahead.
I never did.
I did. I was like, I ain't bulletproof. Guys, you're not.
You're
so
not.
don't think like that. But anyway,
right.
this is going to be a good event. We're excited
me too.
for that. And
And if you need an injury lawyer, you know who to call.
exactly.
Just saying.
Thank
He's
you.
right here. you know.
This is if I can put myself out of business with Safe and Sober and never have a case against a drunk driver who's young again. That'd be great.
Yeah.
thank you, Kurt. It's great
so
to
good to
see
see
you.
you.
It's my pleasure.
And we'll see you the 18th.
Yeah, we should.
All right.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
Don't go anywhere. So much more fun on Ozarks Fox AM right after this. I know. I'm excited to see what we're going to do.
Yeah, me too.
I don't even know.